What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Mike Godowski YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working on my cylinder heads. Now, last week when I was going over my parts, I said that I had some more stuff I had to do to my heads, and that is install bronze guides. So as you can see, I already installed the bronze guides. It's a pretty quick process. Really simple. So what you do, or what I do, is I put the guides in the freezer and get them nice and cold. Anything below 32 degrees is fine. Basically what you're doing is you're just shrinking the bronze, and it makes it easier to install the press fit into the aluminum head. So basically these are built with a thousandths press fit, which means that the guide was 541 thousandths and the cylinder head is 540 thousandths. So the guide is actually bigger than the cylinder head. And what that does is it ensures a nice snug fit. See, I can lift the head just from the guide. Now, what happens when you do that is it distorts the center of the guide, because with that press fit it crushes the guide a little bit. So what we want to do is I have my drill set up, and this is what's called a guide hone. And what we do is we hone the guides to size, so that way the valve can slide in nice. And I have one that I haven't honed here, right on the end. And as you can see, the guide doesn't go in at all. It's so tight. So what we want to do is set up our guide dialed bore gauge, and as you can see, I have it nice and zeroed. And we take that and we stick it down into the guide and we measure it. Now this one is about half thousandths too tight, so that's no good. I'm gonna move over here to one that I did previously. And you see we have about a half thousandths clearance going up to a thousandths clearance, and then it hits the end of the guide and goes crazy. So basically, this is good. You want typically a thousandths to, or a half thousandths to a thou and a half clearance. There's about a thousandths variance in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drill here with the hone on it, and I'm going to hone this last guide, and I have to do the rest of this head. So I'll show you guys that process right now. All right, so I'm just going to go through this here. What I have here is some honing oil. It's pretty much the same stuff we use to hone cylinders. So it's just a really, really thick oil, and I want to spin my hone in the oil to get a nice even coating of oil on it, because lubrication is everything when it comes to honing. I'm going to stick this down in there, and make sure you want to spin the drill about half speed and go up and down slowly. So check my valve. It's still really tight at the top, so I'm going to hit it again. Check it real quick. Yeah, I'm about 2 thousandths tight at the top, so I have to focus my honing more on the top of the guide, which is pretty typical. Now you can see the valve slides in and out really nicely. I'll check the size real quick, but I know it's going to be okay. Perfect. We're at a thousandths all the way down the guide. So this guide has a thousandths clearance all the way down. Now, like I said, the tolerance is half thou to thou and a half. So if you're anywhere in the middle, you're good. So I'm going to just, this head's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the heads, and I'll put you guys on a time lapse. So basically, once all the guides are done, they should have that nice little crosshatch in there. You can see it. Just like when you're honing a cylinder in an engine, they're all going to have that nice little crosshatch. And as you can see, the valve slides in. Very, very nice. So the next thing I'm going to be doing to these is I'm going to be machining the spring pockets, and I'm going to be using a spring pocket cutter, which is pretty much a pilot, which fits down into the guide. And it's got a cutter here and a cutter there. And basically all they do is spin in a circle and cut the spring pocket bigger. Since I'm using these big dual coil valve springs for my solid roller cam, I need to make the spring pockets bigger. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm probably not going to film it because this is kind of a tedious process, but I'll explain it real fast before I do it. Basically what you do is you machine the aluminum on the outer edge down till it's flush with the aluminum in the center, and that's it. It's really simple. So I'm going to get to it. And there you have it. I blew it all off. There's the drill. All nice and clean. Well, kind of. There's still chips everywhere, but that doesn't really matter. But we're going to start right here on the end. Plop her down in there, and boom. We got a nice clean spring seat. These came out really nice. So I'm going to get to doing the other head, and we'll probably finish the video off there. Alright, so all the machining is done. As you can see, it slides on nice and snug, if I can get my hands to work, but here we go. Sits really nice down in the pocket. I'm happy with the way these came out. So that's it for the heads. I think all machining is pretty much done. I have to cut the guide plates to fit bigger push rods, but other than that, I think they're ready to go. So with that being said, you guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to leave it off there. Next time you see me, I will be assembling the heads, and I'll show you guys the whole process, how to go through that. It's really simple, and it's pretty straightforward for just about every engine out there. So if you guys are working on your own projects, you can use some of the tips that I'll give you. Hell, even in these videos, all you need is a drill and the cutter. All this stuff's pretty cheap. It's not crazy expensive. Doing the guides is a little bit much for someone, but I mean, if you're feeling up to the task, there's ways to do it. So like I said, I'm going to end it off there. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.